A decade after Kraft and Heinz merged, the food giant is separating into two independent, publicly traded companies through a tax-free spinoff. Kroger faces a second patent infringement lawsuit, and in order to focus on its convenience store business, 7 & I Holdings, parent of 7-Eleven convenience stores, has completed the sale of its York Holdings supermarket and specialty retail subsidiary to Bain Capital for more than $5.5 billion. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top stories from Supermarket News and CSP Daily News. I'm Supermarket News Senior Editor Bill Wilson.
And I'm CSP Editor Diane Adam.
Kroger faces a second patent infringement lawsuit from AI retail technology company Alpha Modus Corporation, which alleges the grocer is willfully infringing on a wide range of patents critical to next-generation retail technology. Alpha Modus filed the lawsuit on August 29th in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Texas, seeking unspecified damages. In May, the company had settled with Kroger over its implementation of cooler screens, digital displays on refrigeration units that run advertisements to help shoppers locate items.
A decade after Kraft and Heinz merged to become the Kraft Heinz Company, and following a strategic review, the food giant is separating into two independent, publicly traded companies through a tax-free spinoff. The two companies, now called Global Taste Elevation and North American Grocery, will be named later. Global Taste Elevation brands include Heinz, Philadelphia, and Kraft Mac and Cheese. North American Grocery brands include Oscar Mayer, Kraft Singles, and Lunchables.
Refrigeration units used at grocers around the country, including Kroger, Albertsons, and Whole Foods, could be vulnerable to a major cyber attack that could trigger supply chain disruptions not seen since the pandemic's early days, according to a report in a cybersecurity publication. According to the Register, there are 10 potential vulnerabilities, collectively called Frostbite 10, through which attackers can compromise Copeland E2 and E3 controllers. These devices control building and refrigeration systems, including compressor groups, condensers, walk-in units, HVAC, and lighting systems.
In order to focus on its convenience store business, 7 & I Holdings, parent of 7-Eleven convenience stores, has completed the sale of its York Holdings supermarket and specialty retail subsidiary to Bain Capital for more than $5.5 billion. The sale was announced in March. York Holdings includes supermarket chains Ito Yokado and Shell Garden, quick service restaurant and contract food service company 7 & I Food Systems, which operates the Denny's restaurant chain in Japan, and 25 other businesses.
The U.S. Department of Justice is investigating whether Kroger made false claims for reimbursements from Medicare and other federal agencies for opioid prescriptions. According to court documents filed last week, the investigation was revealed when the DOJ asked Kroger to disclose the identities and other information about patients, which the retailer had previously redacted. Kroger said it does not disclose personal health information unless compelled to do so by a court order, and it also cited the possibility that such information could be disclosed accidentally. The investigation is focused on alleged violations of the False Claims Act, a federal law that allows the government to recover funds that have been paid out by Medicare or other government agencies in response to fraudulent claims.
Convenience store chain Weigel's has a new menu offering, Knoxville Hot Dippin' Chicken. The company, based outside of Knoxville, said the fried chicken is made fresh in store and is coated in a seasoning blend of smoky heat and tangy kick.
Market Basket's board of directors and the company's suspended CEO, Arthur Demoulas, are scheduled to begin talks with a third-party mediator on Wednesday. The two sides have been feuding publicly since May after the board suspended Demoulas and several other managers, alleging that the executives planned a work stoppage to protest the board's efforts at oversight. Demoulas, who owns a minority stake in the company, claims that the board is staging a coup to take control of the company. The mediation talks are scheduled to take place in Delaware.
The FDA is asking manufacturers of nicotine pouches to use child-resistant packaging to protect young children from accidental, harmful exposure, the agency said Monday. Fruity flavors and bright, colorful designs of nicotine pouch products could resemble candy and seem attractive to children, said FDA Commissioner Marty Makary. Approximately 72% of nicotine pouch exposure cases occurred in children under 5 years of age, the FDA said.
And that will do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News and Supermarket News. I'm Bill Wilson.
And I'm Diane Adam. Have a great day.